Hello again. I recently joined the Game Maker Toolkit 2026 Game Jam. For those who don't know, a Game Jam is a competition where you have to make a game in a set amount of time. In this case, it ran from 22nd to 26th of July. And of course, because of my luck, I didn't have these 4 days. But instead I had 2, as the team was announced at 7 PM and it was Countdown. The problem? It was announced so late that I lost the whole first day of the jam, so I only started on the 23rd of July. Also, the theme of the jam was really open-ended, so I've had a lot of ideas for what type of game I could make. Eventually, I've ended up on a game where you play as a stuntman driving cars and trying to, make stunts in a set amount of time for a movie. And of course, I had to start by making car physics first. I don't know why I went to do that. I could have just used the default Unity wheel collider, but anyways. So I first made a cube with simple raycast suspension. And of course, it worked first try. Then I've added a car controller to the car, so now the player can actually drive around. Let me quickly attach a camera to the car, and there we have it, a finished game. Thank you for watching. But actually no, the game is nowhere near finished. First of all, the car is just a cube, and the game is not that fun to play. To make the game more fun, I have to add a lot more features to the car controller. So that's why I've added actual brakes and a handbrake to the controller. Even if the handbrake is a bit too strong, which I changed later. After that, I've made the steering gradual, so it doesn't snap into place immediately, as well as making it so higher speeds lower the amount you turn. After this, I've decided to make each wheel have its own grip, because currently the car controller controlled the grip of the whole car. I've also made some improvements to the whole system, so now the car does not feel like it's glued to the ground as much. That's pretty much all I did for the car controller, since if I went into detail, the game would not be finished. And just doing this took a lot of time. But I did eventually get bored of looking at the cube instead of a car. Thankfully, I have a car already made from my cancelled game, so I replaced the cube with an actual car model. This is the car's model in-game. As you can see, I've also made the wheels actually move with the suspension and rotate when steering. I just have to do one simple thing. And now I'm gonna work on the camera. The thing is that I've always used the default Unity one, so I guess it was time to try out Cinemachine. First I've downloaded the package and then played with parameters. It's not perfect, but it's a Game Jam game, so it doesn't really have to be perfect. But the camera grew on me. And now it's time to make the first level of the game. I've had an idea to make a chase scene through the docks for this level. Mostly because I already have a few dock assets already made. This is what I've had made that afternoon of the level. The black cars are supposed to block your path, so you have to take alternative paths to escape. The map is still unfinished, so there are still some placeholder untextured assets, but those are changed later off camera. Then I made the game do a countdown before you can start driving. And after that countdown is finished, another one appears that makes you lose the game if it reaches 0. Then I went on and finished the map. But as I was testing it out, I've noticed that you don't have enough time to finish the whole level. So I've decided to add a few checkpoints to the map that give you more time. After which I've added an ending to the game as well as the main menu. Unfortunately, real life got in the way during the final 2 days of the jam. I had to submit the game 1 day before the deadline, so I didn't get a chance to polish it as much as I'd wanted. Because of that, the game is not quite where I wanted it to be, but for a game made in just 2 days, I'm pretty happy with the result. There's a solid foundation here, and maybe one day I'll come back and expand it into something much bigger. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.